My name's Clarissa. I'm originally from Huntsville, Utah. I've only been at Denik for just over a year and a half. The thing that got me set onto the path of art was definitely my grandpa. He's an oil painter. I'm relatively new to the graphic design scene. That's because, I came into it from more of a fine arts background. We have brands and companies that are coming to us. They provide their branding, and we're able to take that and to work with them to create notebooks that they can then print. Definitely love having that merge of more of the graphic elements along with the illustration. It's kind of my dream job. The snowbound fox design that I did, we were wanting to make the new winter designs. So we were thinking of doing a fox in the snow. When I have a new project, I will immediately go and just find a bunch of inspiration and just pull a lot of things from the internet, from pictures that I already have and different things that I'm like, oh, these are colors that I love, or this is, kind of the style that I think would work really well for this piece. And so I gathered a bunch of inspiration for the color palette. It's got that really cool golden glow from the sun. I was looking at a lot of photos of winter in the evening and just that golden glow glittering across the snow. So used quite a few images spliced together to get a reference for that and the lonely aspen trees out in the field. And then same with the fox, of having that glow on his fur, of just looking at foxes and trying to fit him into that golden evening space. And I almost always start physically, so I'll sketch things out in a notebook, and then after I've kind of got the composition sketched in, I'll transfer that over to my iPad. The app I use is Procreate, and then once it's in Illustrator, we go back and forth until it's perfectly polished, and then we export it to be printed on notebooks. And I'm really happy with the way that it all came together. It feels very calm. I feel like when you look at it, you get that feeling of watching from a window as a fox goes across an evening lit field. This job especially has taught me to be able to find that quick process that I can get through. And I think a big part of that is learning to let go of wanting your plan to be perfect before you jump in. So I still will do a decent amount of planning, but I know when to stop now. I would say in school, I would just be like in the planning stage for so long because I would be like, what if I start and it doesn't work out? What if I start and it's not how I picture? But you never know until you start. So you have to find that perfect balance between I've got a framework, but it doesn't need to be a perfect framework. Like, this is the initial stage. I know where I'm headed, and now I can get into more of the final process. And it's always something you're going to be pushing and pulling, like, oh, I didn't spend enough time in the planning stage versus I spent way too long here and I didn't get started. So life is about balance, art is about balance.